So good morning everyone and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I am up in the clouds in the mornings again. Now I've come back to the same location as I was shooting in the last video. The only difference is I've now come back for sunrise which, yeah, if I just spin round, probably ain't gonna happen. But we've come up to the same location, but with the idea that this time the light is going to be coming in from the side and hopefully illuminating some of the peaks as opposed to shooting into the peaks. Now it has been clearing quite a bit. You can maybe see, show behind you, no you can't really make it out because it's kind of blown out, but Sleeve Burner, which was the peak I was shooting the last time, is coming in and out of the cloud, and it's been really clear for about the last half hour. So I've had a bit of a nightmare trying to film because the battery kept dying in this, and one of the other guys, Richard, he's having problems with the Sony batteries, and it's just been a bit of a weird start to the day. But we're hoping that we might get things kind of up and running and get a few images, because I think what's happening at the minute, it's almost like there's a bit of a cloud inversion starting to happen, because the cloud is starting to sink lower down in the valley. So I've just been taking a few shots, actually trying longer exposures and trying to blur the movement of the cloud. So we'll see how those come out, but yeah, we're gonna have to sit about and let this clear for a little bit, and then once it clears I will let you have a look at the composition that I'm going to be shooting. So I have a shot set up here, but I can't actually really show you the composition because most of it's in the cloud. I will talk you roughly through what I have in the foreground. Coming in from the left hand side, we have the Mourne Wall sweeping in, and then down on my right we've got these lovely rocks that are just leading straight towards what would be the summit of Sleeve Burner. So yeah, I'm just going to give this a little bit of time and see if it clears. It actually seems to be thickening up at the minute, so it could be a while. We actually have another location to shoot for sunset, so what we might actually end up doing is heading back down now, getting some more breakfast, and then driving around and hiking back up to the other location. I'm not really sure, but what I can do, if this doesn't clear, I will post up a couple of the shots that I took just about half an hour previous to this. I had no time to kind of set up and vlog it because the clouds, everything was changing so quickly, so I really wanted to make sure that I got the shot in the bag. So if this one doesn't work out, then I'll drop the other images onto the screen and let you have a look. But yeah, this is like so exciting, so rewarding, but yeah, also extremely frustrating at the same time, because this is almost in a complete whiteout now. So it finally looks like we've got a little bit of a break in the weather here. We can see Burner now, the rugged tors which are covered in a little bit, a light dusting of snow, just peeking out through the cloud. And down in the valley has started to clear quite a bit as well. And we're getting a little bit of brightness coming in from the left now. It's obviously not direct sunlight, but it's certainly helping the scene. And what I've done, I've actually put on a 6-stop ND, so I've slowed my shutter speed down to about 20 seconds just to see if I can get a little bit of nice movement in the clouds. Probably a 3-stop would have been enough, but I don't have one, so I've put my ISO up to 200 just to make sure I'm not going into crazy long exposures. Now I actually think at the minute the cloud is almost going slower. So it's not actually moving through the frame as much as I would probably like it to. But I really love this composition. Now again, what I was chatting about before, I'm still focused on doing my panel project, but I've shot a panel from slightly further up there earlier and I might redo it again, but this one here is just a single landscape shot. Two really nice leading lines. You've got the ones on the right and then we've got the Mourne Wall leading in from the left, and it actually leads the whole way up to the top of Burna. So I think this is just a case of timing and patience here. If I could just get the right amount of gap in the clouds, and if we could have got a little bit of light, that would have been even better. But that might be just a little bit too much to ask. So you can see what a difference literally 5 minutes makes, where this whole band of cloud is completely cleared, although I can see the next band rolling in. So still got the same setup. I'm on with 30-second exposure, just getting a nice little bit of a swirl of the clouds, but I'm really happy with everything else. I'm happy with composition. I just think it needs a little bit of light. We had a lovely, because the sun's over there somewhere, if we just had a lovely little bit of light coming in from the side, yeah, that would be perfect. So I don't know if you can see behind me there, but it looks like we may be getting a little bit of light. The valley is clearing again. Unfortunately, Burna, the focal point has gone in behind the cloud, but I think that'll clear in a minute or two. Now I've actually moved up about 20 yards up to the right, and I've chosen a slightly different composition. We've got two lovely sets of rocks here in the foreground, one on the right hand side and one on the left, and they're both leading the eye again right into the scene. And then we've got the Mourne Wall coming in from the left. And the really cool thing about the Mourne Wall is that it starts off up here, dips down into the col, and then it climbs actually the whole way up to the summit. So potentially, if we got some light coming in, I'm hoping that it's going to hit the wall, so we'll have this really nice diagonal line running the whole way up through. Whether that's going to happen, I'm not sure, but this will definitely teach you patience, especially in the mountains. This is just such a better position to be in early morning than it was in my last video when I was here for sunset and I was shooting this way, but I was actually shooting into the sun, whereas at the minute there's the sun starting to come out now. We're actually using the sun, we're using the lovely side light. So I just need Burna to clear. Oh, we're starting to get a little bit of lovely soft light in the foreground here. I've kept on the 6-stop because I'm trying to get a little bit of the movement of the clouds, which I was actually really regretful. The last time I was up Binion and I got the really crazy inversion, I didn't do any long exposures and I had the ND filter with me purposely to do that, and I just got completely caught up in the moment and I just didn't do them. So I'm hoping that I'm going to make up for that here today. So I think I'm possibly going to finish the video here. We're going to head back down now. We've had some really nice light, some really good conditions. Very hard to know how they're going to turn out until you get them back, because you just don't know how much of the peaks were in the cloud and, you know, all that kind of thing. So yeah, looking forward to getting them edited, but a little bit apprehensive as well. So yeah, I think the plan is now to head back down, and we're going to move around and maybe go up somewhere else for sunset. So I will probably end this video here, and then I will do another vlog on the sunset, which I will release on the next video if all goes to plan. So again guys, thanks so much for watching. If you can, make sure you give the video a little like and a share. If you haven't done so, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, and I will see you in the next one.